I graduated in 2006. I was 17 years old and I headed straight to the University of Alabama. If you've heard the term sex, drugs, and rock and roll, that pretty much was the life that I fell into in Tuscaloosa. Just add alcohol into that situation. I was very lost and I just lived for the moment. That was my life. I partied and I skipped class and I just had fun. I would always wake up and be hungover and feel miserable. I would fall into depression, and to cover up that depression, I would party again. And it never failed that this was just this vicious cycle. I mean, it was partying and then depression. So I would party more and more and more, and I just kind of ended up in this spiral downhill. That lasted for about 4 years. I met a guy and got engaged at 22, moved to Atlanta, and after being there for about 3 months, I realized that he was not the person that I thought he was. So I moved home, and that was really the lowest point of my life. I was just destroyed. A few of my friends took me out to a bar, and I met someone there, and one thing led to another. I ended up pregnant. I was devastated yet again. I contemplated abortion any way that I could cover up that situation of my life. I didn't have a degree. My life was just going nowhere. And that was the first time I really just called out to God, like, what do you want from me? Like, where can I go from here? I am literally just at rock bottom. And I felt like God said, Lindsay, you need to go into nursing. So I did. I went and told my parents. I said, Mom and Dad, I'm pregnant, but I'm going into nursing school. When I was in nursing school, I met one of my very best friends named Erin. She actually invited me to Cultivate Church. The first day I walked into Cultivate, I had Brody with me. I was a single mom, and I walked in the door and I was just embraced and loved on. And that was the first time that I felt like I was loved for who I was. I didn't feel like I had to cover up who I was in my past. I just felt completely loved. I met Ethan through my friend Erin, who is now my husband, and God just surrounded me with these people. And I've always thought of Christianity as boring. I thought, how can people have fun if they're not partying and they're not drinking and they're not smoking weed? How can people have fun? The boring people I thought they were, they became my very best friends. Now I feel a calling on mine and my husband's life to go to Mexico and do missions work across the border. This whole idea that I had about Christianity, I realize now was just this huge lie that Satan had on me. And it was just this hold that he had on my life. God was always pursuing me. God was pursuing me. He knew my mistakes way before I ever made them. And I struggled, the more I got involved in church, I really struggled with forgiving myself for mistakes that I had made. I felt like God couldn't use me because of my past. And one of the best things that someone has ever told me was that your mistakes won't change God's calling on your life. You're gonna make mistakes, but there's two things that I want you to always remember, and that is, one, you always have to live with the mistakes you made. But God forgives them, and you are never too far gone. And God is going to use those mistakes, and He will turn those mistakes into your ministry. And if you can change your mindset to be kingdom-minded, then you will get through any storms that you're going through. The relationships, the drama. Don't focus on the world, focus on eternity. And God will do so much more through your life than you could ever dream of.